Forest keeping up that incredible form with the win over Wolves last night. They're third behind Arsenal, only on goal difference. Forest 12th win of the campaign. That's 3 more than all of last season. 03717223344. Forest fans dreaming of a title race. Mike is a Forest fan. Morning, Mike.
Good morning, Mike.
Morning, fellas. I'm pretty giddy today. I couldn't get to sleep from the excitement, and I barely slept from the adrenaline. This is amazing. This is the best. I'd say yesterday was a perfect game because 50 years celebration since Clough joined us. You had Frank Clark on earlier.
Yeah.
30 years since he took us to Europe, and I think it's happening again. And it's Gibbs-White and Nuno's old club, so going away and all the jeers that Gibbs-White got, it was perfect. And you know what? What a tribute to Clough as well, because this is the Clough playbook. You're hard to beat at the back. Your midfielders get the ball. One gets it. One gives it to the magic man, Gibbs-White, and then you go and you get it in the net. And it's amazing. The team is phenomenal. It's a joy to be a Forest fan. And we feel the energy of all football behind us. And next week is going to be one for the ages if it does what it needs to.
Mike, I've got to say, man, it's brilliant listening to you. I can understand you guys suffering from altitude sickness up there, but it's brilliant to see. Now, and you touched on it. What's pleased you most? Because Jeff and I we watched the game last night and we're talking about it. I mean, and you've mentioned just about every department in the team, and so you should. However, the work ethic and your team performance and the way the team is together is a thing for me that's really, really impressive.
Exactly. Now, I'm not trying to say there's a lot to football to play, right? And we keep getting the Leicester echoes from when they won it. But theirs was a team as well. Like, ours is the same. Like, the back are hard to get past. Murillo, Milenkovic. Sells is the unsung hero of the team at the moment. What amazing saves. The fullbacks are solid, disciplined. The mid Anderson is style and guile. What a player. Gibbs-White is magic. Adore is explosive. You can't differentiate the team. Like, the sum of the parts is the greatest output in the league at the moment. Because, Liverpool, even though they're above us, a lot of it is to do with, I would say, Salah. Like, the weightings of the team isn't evenly spread like it is Forest. We are the best team balance in the league. And I heard somebody say in Europe earlier, because we're second in the Premier League, and, maybe they'll all find out next year. It's amazing. I'm enjoying the high. Being Forest, we've had lots of years of pain, and we know it can crash down pretty quick, but while we're flying high, we are soaring.
Brilliant.
You, Nuno. Thank you, Chairman. What a ride. Let's go.
Brilliant, Mike.
Great stuff, Mike.
Thanks for the call. Mike might be a bit giddy, but he made a decent point there. He says he feels the energy of all football behind us, and he's right, isn't he? Because most, not all, but most neutral fans
of course they are
rooting for Forest at the moment. They are the underdogs.
Absolutely. That's what happens.
Let's take another call. John's a Forest fan. Morning, John.
Morning, John.
Morning, Jeff. Ali, I'll tell you what. Start getting excited, Forest fans. I've said this to my mates a few times. I think I'm going nuts, right? But bear with me, Jeff. Ali, please. There's a good reason why we're in this title race. There's a number of reasons. If you can give me a bit of time just to give them, I'll blast through them. Right. First of all, omens are looking good. Cloughie, God rest him, 50 years yesterday when he took control of the club, right? What better way to honour that guy than win the title? Secondly, our defence. Now, we can afford to have the odd game where we don't play that great. But we keep clean sheets, and Ali, you'll know, playing the game, and Jeff, you've been in it long enough to know this. Whenever you don't concede, you've always got a chance of winning a match. We don't rely on us playing beautiful football. Thirdly, look at our fixtures. We've just come through the toughest batch of away fixtures than any other team. We've played all the top sides away. They've got to come to the fortress. Liverpool never do well at our place unless the referee's on the side, right? We've got to play City at home. We've got to play Arsenal at home. Taiwo Awoniyi scored a very important goal yesterday. That guy will go on a run now, I guarantee it. There's a lot of things to be said about Forest, and we've got a chairman with the deep pockets willing to spend in January. I'm telling you now, we beat Liverpool. I sound a bit Kevin Keegan there, don't I? I'm telling you now, we're still fighting. And I tell you, we're in this race, and I'm telling you now, I love it. I love it if we beat Liverpool.
Kevin, thank you John, thank you very much indeed
Brilliant,
for the
John.
call. Brilliant call. Let's get more on that performance last night. A man who was at Molineux for talkSPORT. Good morning to Troy Deeney.
Morning, Troy.
Morning, gents. How you doing?
Oh, we're
Good,
doing well,
yeah,
mate. I tell
yeah.
you what, Troy, that was impressive again last night, wasn't it? That was really impressive.
Yeah, it was really impressive, mate. The performance, but the way that the togetherness, the tactics, everyone who came on the bench, mate, they're a proper outfit. Then proper outfit.
What impresses you most about them, Troy?
Um, Organisationally, they're set up really well. Every single person knows their jobs. But yesterday it was every sub that came on was knew their role, responsibility, and was ready to go. You don't see that happen too often. Not every sub. They made 6 subs, and every single one of them was ready. They're really comfortable without the ball, Jeff, and they were just like, right, if we don't have the ball, we know as soon as you lose it, we are going. And when they go, they're like the red arrows. Honestly, they play up to Chris Wood and the boys behind them, Malanga, Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi, who I thought was excellent yesterday. They just go, and they go with serious pace, and you've got to try and catch them. And they're so comfortable without the ball. It was really impressive.
It's funny, Troy, listening to John, the previous caller there, he said, they've had some tough away fixtures and they've got some home fixtures. It's funny though, mate, from what you're saying there, I actually think in many ways they might be better suited away from home. They're one of these teams that don't mind not having the ball. Back four's been really strong. Goalkeeper's been excellent. They can defend, and what they have got, as you touched on, Troy, man, they have got pace to burn and finishing ability up front.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what as well though, Ali? I think I touched on it last night on the air. With how everyone plays now, whether it's Southampton or all the way to Liverpool, everyone wants the ball.
Yep.
Everyone plays the same style. So it doesn't matter if they're home or away, because everyone's going to play the same style of football. And I was saying it on the broadcast last night. I think for English football, we need Forest to finish in the top 4, because it will show anyone who's coming into the league now, any new coaches, any new team coming up for the Championship, you don't have to have 60% possession and just do this tippy-tappy nonsense. You're allowed to actually win football matches in a different way. And by the way, one thing that no one really mentions, the 2 centre-halves, oh my God.
Magic.
They're brilliant.
And Troy, that's what I'm going to say, right?
Yeah.
You talk about the modern game, things like use a centre forward, right? I bet you'd rather play against guys that would pass the ball about and take a chance rather than those two that are giving you a slap every 2 minutes.
Mate, honestly, I watched them yesterday. Other than Murillo trying a 45-yard free kick, other than that, I think they were perfect. He tried a shot from 45 yards, and I was like, what have I just watched? But other than that, honestly, mate, they're both 6 foot plus.
Yep.
They head it, they kick it. They can play as well, by the way.
Yeah.
But they know what they're good at, and that is a beauty. And you guys have been in football a long time. You understand. Having lads that know what they're doing and know what they're good at and stick to that skill set is gold. Because now everyone wants to be played out from the back. How many times do you see? It's easy to throw Southampton, but let's just go there with Southampton, with lads who can't do it. They keep trying to do it. They keep failing, and everyone goes, "Oh, the player's rubbish." No, actually, it's what they're being asked to do. These guys go, "I'm good. I head it, I kick it, I'll run through you, I'll headbutt the back of your head." But by the way, this geezer is a lot better than me, so you can have it.
Brilliant. Look, quick word on Wolves, Troy, because they had chances during the game. They didn't have any Cunha, but will their fans be concerned that bounce is now over?
Absolutely. I was concerned. I've watched Wolves 3 times this year. I've not been convinced. Under Gary O'Neill is very regimented. We're going to stay in the game and hope that Cunha can nick something for us. Under this new manager, it's a bit like Leicester with Ruud van Nistelrooy. They've been asked to do things that they've not trained for. And it's so difficult. And Ali will tell you this a lot better than me. But if you have been coached to do something, you've seen it at Man United, you've been coached to sit behind the ball, and now a new coach comes in halfway through the season and says, right, get after it. You've got to run all the time. By 35 minutes yesterday, those Wolves lads were knackered. They had the ball, but they were knackered, and the manager was going again. And the big thing is they haven't got a great deal of depth either. The boy Larson does a lot. He runs around, he tries. Good, lovely kid. I bet he's great to have a beer with, but he doesn't fill me with confidence that he's going to score me the goals that win games.
Brilliant. Troy, thank you very much indeed, mate.
Good to see you, Troy. All the best, pal.
Cheers, lads. I'm back to bed. Thanks for waking me up.
No worries. Waking you up. We've been up for 5 hours now. Charlie in Derby says, trust me, not all neutrals are wanting Nottingham Forest to win. That's why I said most, Charlie, most. And Lloyd says, Jeff, I'm working near Hartlepool and it made me just think of you. Love the show. Ali is a legend. Thank you very much indeed, Lloyd. Watford legend Troy Deeney there, talking about Forest and Wolves for talks. We haven't talked about Wolves very much. I'm
I'm a little bit
concerned for them at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got, as a lot of teams get, Jeff, they get a great reaction when the new manager, new coach comes in. The next 2 or 3 games are vital for them. Vital.
Yeah.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.